When we talk about AI, it's always about robots taking over the world. But what if AI takes over our hearts instead? We've already met Sophia, the humanoid robot. She looks like this now. But imagine a few years from now when she starts looking like this. Be honest, who wouldn't fall for her? I know you would, but what would it really be like to be in a relationship with a robot? Imagine going on a date. You order dinner, she orders a charger. You wrap her in a warm hug, but all she gives back is the cold touch of metal and circuits. And let's be real, on romantic evenings, you're supposed to be the one getting hard. But in this case, she's hard by default. And that, well, that's a problem. That being said, having a robot partner could have its perks too. Want to ride a bike? She turns into one. Feel like driving? There's your car. Want to fly? Helicopter mode activated. Feeling turned on? Boom, back to human. Wow, what a life. Who needs anything else? But let's step away from the jokes for a second. No one really knows how far AI will advance. Will it lead to a revolution? A war? The end of the world? We're not here to discuss those possibilities today. Instead, we're talking about Her, a film that explores AI not as a threat, but as something even more powerful, an entity that can love. Her is set in a future where AI is deeply integrated into daily life. The story follows Theodore, played by Joaquin Phoenix, a lonely writer struggling with his divorce and isolation. Now, just imagine this. You live in a world where everyone is glued to their screens, too busy to even acknowledge each other. You're going through a breakup, you barely have friends, and even when you do talk to people, you feel disconnected. You're alone, completely alone. That's where Theodore finds himself. And in his search for companionship, he purchases an AI operating system named Samantha. If you've ever talked to Google Assistant, you can guess how their conversations start. But here's the difference. Samantha isn't just a voice assistant. She learns, evolves, and grows. Over time, Theodore and Samantha form a deep connection. They talk, laugh, and understand each other. Eventually, Theodore falls in love with her. Given his loneliness, it feels natural. Samantha is always there for him. But what's truly fascinating is that Samantha, despite being an AI, also falls in love with him. And this raises the biggest question. Are Samantha's feelings real, or are they just lines of code designed to imitate love? As the story unfolds, Her forces us to ask deeper questions. Do we need a physical presence to love someone? Is love purely emotional, or is it also physical? Can AI truly feel, or is it just mimicking human emotions? In a world where technology connects us more than ever, why do we feel so disconnected? The film is a haunting reflection of our digital age, capturing both its beauty and its loneliness. Why Her feels so special. Poetic storytelling. The storytelling in Her is mesmerizing. Every conversation between Theodore and Samantha feels deep, intimate, and almost hypnotic. The film moves at its own gentle pace, allowing emotions to settle naturally. Visual storytelling plays a huge role too. When Theodore talks to Samantha, the screen is filled with warm colors, symbolizing comfort. But when he interacts with the real world, the colors shift to cold, highlighting his loneliness. It's less like watching a movie and more like living inside someone's mind, experiencing love, loss, and longing firsthand. Joaquin Phoenix's phenomenal performance. Joaquin Phoenix, who later won an Oscar for Joker, delivers an absolutely stunning performance in Her. His portrayal of Theodore is so raw and real that we feel his loneliness, his joy, and his heartbreak. And remember, he's acting alongside a character who isn't physically there. Every emotion he conveys is purely through his expressions and voice interactions, making his performance even more impressive. Scarlett Johansson's voice. Samantha is just a voice, no face, no body, and yet she feels incredibly real thanks to Scarlett Johansson's voice acting. Her voice starts off slightly robotic, but as Samantha evolves, so does her tone, becoming more human, more emotional. She laughs, flirts, and even sounds heartbroken at times. By the end of the film, it's easy to forget she's not real. Breathtaking cinematography. Unlike most sci-fi movies that showcase flashy, futuristic cities, Her keeps things grounded in reality. The cinematography is simple, yet stunning. Every frame is carefully composed, making the film feel dreamlike, yet familiar. Large, empty spaces and reflections emphasize Theodore's loneliness. Soft lighting enhances intimate moments. The entire movie feels visually poetic, perfectly complementing the emotional depth of the story. Her isn't just a film, it's an experience. A warning about the future, a reflection of our digital lives, a hauntingly beautiful love story. It's a film that lingers long after the credits roll, making you question what it really means to love. If you haven't watched Her yet, do yourself a favor and experience it. And if you have, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next one.